Good. Look, it's been a very eventful few hours in the football world. Tell me, did you know that Chelsea were signing up for a European Super League, and how do you feel about being part of it?
I know it since yesterday. But you know, I'm here to be in the hardest competition. That's why I came here. That's what I love, to play the toughest competitions in Europe. That's why I'm at Chelsea's. As you know, I don't get involved too much with all the subjects around us. I'm a bit sad that all these subjects are there now, because normally I thought we can talk about the Man City game and, more important, the Brighton game. This is maybe not the case today. But as you know, I'm part of this club. I want to play these hard competitions, and I trust my club to make the right decisions. And I think it's too early to judge everything, and it's not my part. On my badge from Chelsea, it says I have to play my role. Everybody has to play his role, and my role is to be a coach and to be focused. And we have an important game coming up tomorrow.
Tell me, what's the reaction been like among the players? What are they saying about it? The Premier League has made it pretty clear that being involved in a Super League would mean not playing in the Premier League. FIFA and UEFA say they wouldn't be able to play international football. What are they saying?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of comments, a lot of arguments, and a lot of opinions out there, and I absolutely don't want to get involved to it, because I simply don't know the details. I know the situation, the general situation, since yesterday, like I said, but I have to play my role. I trust my club. I haven't seen the players yet. We trained today a bit later because we have a late game tomorrow. So we decided to push the schedule a little bit to give them more time for the recovery process after our tough match against Manchester City. And that's pretty much it. I think the best thing is to stay calm and to try to focus on our match, which is maybe now a little bit more different than it was before.
Look, in the light of the reaction to it from the fans, from the FA, the Premier League, UEFA, FIFA, governments, can you see this ever coming to fruition?
To what?
Can you see this happening or not?
Yeah, nice try. If I had a clear opinion right now, I would not mention it. But it's too early, I think, to judge it, and there are way too many opinions out there. And if I had one, I mean, let's be honest, I'm an employee of this club, and I trust this club, and my job is very clear. So I'm maybe not the right person to ask this. I can understand that you're curious. I can understand that there are many and very emotional reactions out there, which I can also understand, but I honestly don't know enough to judge it. I don't know the details. I was not clearly, obviously not involved. My players were not involved in these decision makings. So we have maybe the possibility, maybe it's a good thing to step back and to don't give our opinions and to don't lose our head about this, because this is clearly a thing between the clubs. And we have to make sure that we fight for the goals that we still have in this season, which is my job to do and the players' job to fulfill in the next days.
We're going to move on now, Ian, please, to focus on tomorrow's game.
Okay. Look, the other big news that's happened in the last few hours is Jose Mourinho's departure from Tottenham less than a week before they play in a cup final. What do you make of what has happened? Has the timing of it surprised you?
More or less, I'm always a little bit surprised when it happens, because we are all competitors and we all try to beat each other, but in the end we wish that every manager has a good atmosphere and is in a good state and a good place to work. So if it happens, never feels good as another manager. But it's clearly also not my job to comment on that. And it's like it is. Everybody fights hard for results, and when a big decision like this is coming, it was a surprise today. I honestly did not see it coming, but I was absolutely not focusing too much on, or not at all, on their situation.
You were playing in the FA Cup this weekend. Congratulations again on getting through to the final. Everton and Spurs drew.
Yeah.
West Ham were beaten. Was it a good weekend for Chelsea in the Premier League?
in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't play.
Yeah, it's better if our direct competitors don't win. Yes, but we have to do what we can do and what we can influence. And this is now the big target. We have an absolute crucial week coming up with Brighton and West Ham ahead of us. So in all direction, everything is possible, but it's in our hands now to make a huge step. And we come from a very successful, a very emotional, and very demanding week with games in Sevilla against Porto and in Wembley Stadium against City. So now is the moment today to put full focus back on Premier League, and to make hopefully a huge step in this race. So it's a crucial week for us. There's no way that I will deny this, and I hope we will absolutely be ready tomorrow.
Thank you, Ian. John Southfield, 5 Live.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Are you concerned, worried at all that all the talk of the European Super League could be distracting for your players? I'm sure they've got plenty of questions they need answering. And will somebody from the club sit down with them and explain to them what is going on?
Yeah, maybe yes, in short words, I think so, to calm the situation down and to not enter in a situation where this affects our preparation to games. I think that here inside, like it's for the players, like for me, we trust the club. We are employees of the club. I think it's the best if we do not get involved in sports politics and in all these situations. This is above our heads, clearly, and this is not the role that we have to fulfill to make this club successful. Everything that we could do is now to be focused, which is hard enough. But like you say, we have another big subject now around us, and everybody's talking. And I think that it's maybe impossible for the players to not be influenced by it. But still, it's way too early, and there are a lot of opinions out there. And hopefully, we can stay calm, like we are inside here in Cobham, and can have influence to the players that they don't get distracted, and that we can bring the performance that we need for tomorrow's game.
One of your players, Tammy Abraham, obviously he wasn't in the squad on Saturday. Should he be a little bit concerned by that, about maybe his future at Chelsea?
I think that everybody is concerned who is not in the squad, and everybody is never an easy decision for me to take it. Sometimes we spend almost an hour talking after the last training, which decisions to take, which players we have to leave at home, because it's like thin margins which decide. Tammy has had this decisions now a few times against him, which is never personal, but this is life at Chelsea sometimes as a player. I hope that he does not get lost in too many thoughts, because he knows that from me also. That's why I speak about it right now. He knows that he is not be too concerned and enter in too many thoughts about all his situation. Everything he can do is stay focused, stay with belief. A moment and a situation for a striker can change in minutes. So I hope he's not concerned about his future. I hope the only thing he cares about is his training. We talked about it. It's the only chance to escape the situation, which is clearly not satisfying for him, but it's my responsibility to take these choices. And sometimes it's hard choices. Sometimes they're not even fair, because we have to find a mix for 18 players to have all solutions for substitutions for 10 positions in the game. So he has all right to keep his head up and to trust himself.
Last
Will he
one,
be
John.
involved tomorrow? Will he be involved tomorrow?
Let's see, we have an important training coming up, and my decisions are not made yet. So we take every minute we have on the training pitch seriously, and that's the same for Tammy. And we decide this after the last training, like we always do.
Moose.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, fine.
I need to ask you about the European Super League. I do apologise.
For sure.
Yeah.
We've answered now 4 on that, so we're not going to do another one on that, I'm afraid.
I just need to do what, Adrian? I just need to do one, please. I just need to ask one.
No,
Sorry.
we've covered it as much as we've covered it. We've said everything we're going to have to say. Please move on to tomorrow's game. Thank you.
Okay. There are no fans at tomorrow's game, obviously, because it's behind closed doors. But fans are still going to have an opinion on the big news of the day, which I'm not allowed to mention. So, do you feel sorry for your fans who will have an opinion on tomorrow's game, but also the possible setup of football going forward?
Well, I clearly don't have the right to speak out for the fans. The fans are old enough, and everybody is old enough to make up his own opinion and have his own opinion, and has the right to speak up and support or not support. Who would I be to judge for the fans what would be the reaction tomorrow? Honestly, I'm very sad that with the time we get used to play in empty stadiums, because this is not how this sport works on highest level. We play for the spectators and we play for our supporters. And I wish that everybody would be in the stadium tomorrow to support us, because we can need some help after tough matches. How can I sit here and judge what might be possible and what might be the reaction of the supporters? I simply don't know it. And let's have some trust in our club. Especially I have trust in our club, and everybody, and then let's get known to some more details, and then we see.
You mentioned the big week you've got with Brighton and West Ham. You're now in the FA Cup final and a semi-final of the Champions League.
Yeah.
In a sense, are those two competitions of more priority to you, would you say? Because if you win 3 games, you've won a double.
Yeah, and if we don't win them, we have nothing. So right now we have nothing. We are qualified for final and then semi-final, like you say. But right now, today, we have nothing. This is the truth. And we have to. I don't have the feeling that anybody dreams about having 2 titles when you don't have the titles. The truth is, you have a title when you have your hand on it, and better you have both hands on it, and better the referee already whistled, and the game is over. Otherwise, you don't have a title. We have chances to have titles, but we have a big race, and we did not close this gap to judge, to give priority to any finals or semi-finals in Champions League. We have clearly 100% cleared out, and I trust my team to 100% clearly focus on next week. There are no more important games than Brighton and West Ham. This is absolute no-brainer for us.
And finally, since you arrived at Chelsea, you've got the better of Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Jurgen Klopp, Simeone. You've got the better of pretty much every top manager there is around right now. Do you feel you've really, in the last 2 months, announced yourself on the domestic and world and European stage?
Well, I don't think like this, and obviously we had a big defeat against Big Sam, and there has to be a big revenge coming up soon. So, but I don't think like this. I never saw it like this, and I hopefully will never see it like this. That I battle against coaches. I am responsible for a huge club in the toughest league in Europe. And I am here to have these kind of competitions. So once you have at the other sideline the most influential and the most successful and the most charismatic coaches out there in Europe, you know that the challenge is on, and that's why I'm here. And that what excites me a lot and what brings me out of bed early, like I mentioned before. And this is what it is, but honestly, I know very well that if you want to have results like we had and like you mentioned, you need also the bit of luck and you need the momentum. So I demand from myself also that we do not get carried away by this and think that I beat someone. We did not play tennis, and I clearly did not play tennis or chess against them. It is, in the end, I lead my team and the credit goes for the players. And when you arrive with a team which is able to perform and to create results against other strong clubs, then you're a happy coach, and this was this.
Okay, last two, Liam Toomey and Nick Puel to finish. Liam.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Chelsea are in a position now where you have a lot to play for and a lot to win at this stage of the season. Is any part of you worried that the events of the last 24 hours and any possible consequences for the clubs involved could affect what you achieve on the pitch?
I only know it since some hours, so there's not too much time to get worried about it, and clearly I hope not. Everybody wishes for a calm atmosphere. Everybody, of course, me, myself, and we here in Cobham, we wish for a calm atmosphere, calm situation, to have the full focus. Do we have it? Yeah, maybe not, but this may be our choice, and it is clearly our choice if we get influenced, if we read too much about it, if we get our heads lost in sports political stuff that we are not responsible for. We are here in this club to play our role and to make happen that we are challenging for on the highest level. And this is what I'm here for, and nobody expects anything else from me. Maybe you today, of course, and in the next days. But honestly, I'm the coach, and I have a team to coach, and this is the target. And nothing will change between me and the team. So hopefully, we stay calm. Sometimes in the middle of the storm is the calmest, and is the calmest situation, the most calm situation. So let's hope that it's like this, and I don't enter even in this because would even sound like an excuse to me.
Last question, Nick Puel.
Hi Thomas, could you give us an injury update on the fitness of likes of Andreas and Thiago, and just on Tammy's situation? I understand what you're saying entirely, but could you understand from his position if he was worried, and is it difficult for a player to put that out in their mind? Obviously, they just want to play and just and do the best they can in everything they've got going on. But could you have sympathy for somebody if
absolutely.
They were? So is it difficult to do? Is it just to sort of put that in mind? Is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of sympathy for him, and I can absolutely understand that he is worried, that he's sad, that he's maybe angry on me when I do these decisions. I have full understanding, but what I absolutely appreciate about Tammy and about all the others who are in a bit a similar situation is the mentality and attitude with which he arrives nevertheless in the next days and the next morning and yesterday and I'm very sure also today, because he never lets it he never let feel the others and the group and gets affected the group by it. That's the main point, to be top professional. And don't get me wrong, it's also what we demand. If you sign up for Chelsea, you sign up for tough competition. If you're a player for Chelsea, yeah, you in your dreams and very, very likely in Tammy's dreams, we can absolutely be sure he wants to be the number 9. He wants to be the guy who starts for us every game. Yes, but like many other players as well. So it's a tough situation personally for him, in a good moment for the team. So you have to put your ego aside, and this is also what we demand of him. But this is what he gets a lot of credit for me also, from me personally, and from his teammates, because he's not letting anybody down. He's pushing, and we have some other guys, and I cannot be more proud on his reactions and on a reaction like from Emerson, who did not play for many games. He's always here with a smile, always pushing with quality, pushing when he's on the bench, ready when he's on the pitch. Look at the situation from Kepa. This is amazing, and it's not that I can demand it, but at the same time I know how hard this is, and I can absolutely I have sympathies for their reactions and for their feelings. That's why we need to take care about them, because it's not like a given that they react like this. But this makes a strong group in the end, and we have a lot of games coming in a tight fixture. Things can change so quickly in football, but you need to be ready. This is what this club demands. And this is what we demand from them. In terms of injury, I expect Andreas to be back and to be available. I hope he did a very good training session yesterday. I hope this will continue today. With Thiago, it's a bit different, not because of injury, but maybe because of acute overload after his injury with the 2 games. But he's not injured, so we have to take care a bit of his overload and see if it makes sense that he starts again. He's on the bench, but I think and I hope that it's only Kova that we have out with injury.
Okay, thank you. That is the end.